Hello, how we all doing? Sheila, saying where do we start? We start with it that this is probably not gonna be a long stream tonight. I'll be honest with you, I haven't got it in me to stream long period tonight. I am very tired, didn't have a really good night's sleep last night due to seizures, so I'm taking a little bit easy. That's why the stream is earlier than it normally would be. It normally would be your 7 p.m, but I need a night off. I need a night off to do nothing and chill. Put your mental health goals in the chat, please. Much appreciated. Mine probably about a 4. The whole Sheffield Wednesday thing isn't helping it, and the thing is, I've seen some things this weekend which I'm just like the video I did yesterday and the video I've done today. It's so bloody annoying that this is such a Wednesday thing to do. Like, genuinely, it's such a Wednesday thing to do. Like, we have got one of the worst records in the championship since the January 15th. Played 17, won 4, drawn 4, lost 9, 18, 4, and 26 against. It's just, the stats are just crap. They really are, and you can tell. You can tell it's a little bit like just going through the motions at the minute with the club. And yesterday we just didn't have anything. We didn't have anything at all. Has anyone heard what's gone off at the meeting? Which meeting are you on? Are you on about the engagement panel meeting, Leon? Because we're not going to hear anything about the engagement panel meeting until everybody signed off on it. It was a 6-hour meeting. Some poor bugger has got to write up 6 hours worth of notes into probably 2 pages, maybe 3. We're not going to hear about anything yet. It was a 6-hour meeting. If we get anything before the Pompey game, I think we probably get something before the Pompey game, probably midweek, but it's not gonna be for a while. It was a typical Chancery, I'm gonna speak a lot and you're gonna listen. And the thing is, these engagement panel meetings, no one given a shit about them until now. No one given a monkey's about them. When they come out, people said they'll waste the time. We had one because we called an emergency one of some of the fan groups, and now everybody wants to know what's going on. And the thing is, don't be surprised if it takes a while. The people who are in the meetings can't leak anything because they'll get kicked off meetings, and I think a lot of them don't trust DC not to do something dumb. I'll be honest with you, not to do something dumb and it come and bite them in the backside in a legal way. So I think everyone's just being very smart and very careful about it. Because so you got to apparently it's not going. There is going to be another one. He has to do another one. He can't not do another one. If he doesn't do another one, he's breaking EFL rules. It's an EFL rule that they have to have engagement panel meetings. He can't stop them. He's got to have them by the engagement panel. He cannot not have them. They have to happen. If he does not do one, he will get in trouble with the EFL. Just very, very simple. That is plain easy. One for me to answer. If he does not do this, he will get in trouble with the EFL. And the last thing he needs is more crap with the EFL, because what happens if he does the same again in April that he did in March? We're then going to have the situation. We will definitely have an embargo if that happens. We'll get Rohl and Rudgered by Borough on Monday. They drew 3-3 last time after 3-0 down. Won't get this time around. I'll be praying with Day in single figures. Yeah, I think it's just so crap at the minute, because that game yesterday, we just didn't turn up until probably like Michael Smith came on and tried to make things happen. And even then, there weren't great chances. They hit the crossbar twice Wednesday, but right near the end. The goal we conceded was just poor. I'll get on to Pierre Charles one because I don't want to go too much on that, because I think Pierre Charles had been put through the ringer. And I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. The lad's 19. He makes mistakes. Everyone going at Danny with the comments going, oh, I want him to fuck off now. He can get fucked now. He's done now. It was only a couple of weeks ago we were close to it. Something, and I think you can use some of the off-field shit as some of the reason for it. You can blame December with the whole Southampton thing and Danny put his hands up and go, yeah, I probably took my eye off the ball and that's on me. And he had put his hands up and said it's on him as well as the players. People are having a go at Charles, yeah. People are saying they should drop him. He should never, I've seen people on Twitter go, he should never be in a Wenty shirt again. I think everyone at the club knows Danny's going at the end of the season and nothing to pay for. I do think there is a little bit of that. I do. But the thing is, the thing I got is, how do you not go with you, Danny? I'll be brutally honest. How do you not go? He will not have been expecting to walk into this situation that he found himself at Wednesday. He will have got assurances from DC saying, that's not going to happen again. We'll have this sorted. It'll be fine. And he's not got those reassurances. Now, I think a lot of people are forgetting this as well. This is Danny's first full season in charge. He's never done a full season, ever. He did a half season last season, and he's always done assistant. He's never done a full season. So that's going to be a bit of a new thing for him as well. And what says that the people who were looking at Danny turn around and go, we don't want you now because that run you went on with Wednesday, we're worried you're going to do that again. You might not be ready for it. You might not think where you are. Some of them, it will have put Danny's stock down a little bit. Because that's how people will think. And also, Danny coming out and calling things out with the chairman, some club won't like that. Some club will not like that he's done that. And bluntly just called it out how it is. A lot will hate that because it's that trust issue. Where to trust? I think everyone... Charles is a baby, leave him alone. Any hate here will be timed out for the stream. Yep. Fuck my life, what a joke. Yep, I agree. There's nothing more you can do with it. No, and I think that's the thing. That's why he said yesterday, next season it'll be a relegation scrap. Because I think he knows the budget going to be like a team that just come up from League One. We're not going to have the budget. I only see maybe 3 players out of the lot who are out of contract in the summer signing in the summer, getting deals. I only see 3 in my opinion. 3 will be. So is it 3 players that we can sign out of the ones that we got at the club now? What happens? How are we going to do the recruitment for the summer? How are we going to do it? And I think Danny needs some slack. He's a young manager. I think he told a few of the players who are in his plan. Yeah, I think he has as well. I think he said, you're not going to be in my plans. And the thing is, I think he will have been brutally honest. You're not ready to play the style of football I want to play. And for how many years have we wanted a manager to come out and say how it is? We get a manager that comes out and says how it is, and then he turns around and then you get crap. You get crap for saying how it is. We've only been streaming for about, realistically, 7 minutes if you don't count the intro. You count the intro, we've been streaming for 17, but only about 7 minutes, mate. You've not missed much. I'm not going to be going too long. I had a lot of seizures last night. I had 0 sleep last night, so I'm running on fumes at the minute, so I'm not feeling the best. So I thought I could get the stream done early, get it out of the way, and have an evening off if I can do that. It'll be nice just to have an evening where I'm not doing much, and then tomorrow I can start working on the Middlesbrough preview and getting things ready for the Middlesbrough game on Monday, and enjoying Easter with my kids as well. I think we're going up to my mother-in-law's at some point. I wonder if the North Stand will be open next season with it not being safe. Well, here's the thing though, Leon. We're saying not safe. The only person we've heard about it saying not safe is Simon from Twitter. And he got a lot of his things bang on. Don't get me wrong. A lot of his stuff have been quite bang on. But until we get a SAG report, we can't say anything. We can't say anything or know what happens. That SAG report is this month, I believe. Once we get that SAG report, everything right now is speculation at best until we know. So it could be stuff that's not there. It could be stuff that he's been fed, which isn't right to make DC look bad. We don't know. As a fan base, we are two-faced as in DC villain. I think as a fan base, we're just tired. We're a tired fan base because I think we're sick and tired of being lied to. We get told to start protesting, start making our voices heard. The moment we make our voices heard, we're told to shut up. We're told to shut up. Don't protest. You don't know how good you got it. You don't know that he's better than what you could have had and stuff like that. It's like you can't win. You either protest and get told to shut up, or you don't protest and then you get told you're not doing enough. You can't win in this situation. At the moment, everyone has got to the point where we are tired of the ownership. I want to talk about the game yesterday, but to be fair, the game summed it up with the Charles kick out. They just stood the ground, jumped up, bounced off his half goal. And I feel for Charles for that one because I don't think he put much of a foot run apart from that. And he'll learn from it. And also, I just want to make the thing as well. The photograph that I used for the thumbnail, look at the size of Victor Johansson. Seen as one of the best championship goalkeepers. He's up there with one of the best ones. And people said Doka got a quality championship goalkeeper. He's the same height as Pierre Charles. Found we're having a go at Cab before he went on loan. Why are we betting at you process to be all Messi and Ronaldo leather? Only elite bunch ever reached them levels. I think there's just expectations, and I think start of last season, I think we were 100% looking at seeing a lot more out of them and see how it goes. And the thing is, we got 3 games now till the end of the season, and I don't see us winning any of them. I'll be brutally honest. I don't see us winning a single one. And that crap. Like that game versus Pompey, we should be clapping and really giving them a good send-off, saying thanks for a good season kind of thing, because is it any better than last season if we still get the same amount of points as last season and we say, I think the lowest we can get is 18th or 19th? Not really. But it started well and it just went out. Yesterday is now if we move on. Can't wait to see what happens next season. Same. Jake, are you hearing the same? That Pedersen? I have heard that, mate. It's already seemed like it's been done. You know what? I kind of like that Enoch Owl. I like that because it gives us a little bit of continuity. It doesn't rip everything up. It means it's someone the players already know. It means it's someone who's already had 18 months at the club to try and figure out what he wants to do. And he might have a different way of doing it. He might have a different way he wants to run things. He might say, right, if we have got an embargo, I've got to use youth. I know X, Y, and Z youth player we're going to have to use. I want to use this. He might talk to the academy. I don't mind Henrik being the manager next season. I really don't. And he might have a list of who he wants to say. Or he might have a thing of everything. Hey, Jake, sorry, didn't realise it. I've gone live early, mate. It would have normally been a 7 p.m. Live stream, but I had a really crap night's sleep last night with a lot of seizures. My missus woke up this morning. I must have had about 50. I was in bed till about 10 this morning. I've not had a great day. After yesterday, press the contact and getting like the Man U manager talking the team down. I understand that, Mark, but how long have we wanted a manager to come out and say how it is? We finally have a manager that comes out and says how it is, and he's the victim. He's told to fuck off. He's told to fuck off, go where you want to go. We don't want you anymore online. He's literally told to go fuck off. And I don't think that's fair. I literally don't think that's fair. I think Danny, when he needs to be, been very honest. He did it last season with the Middlesbrough game. Last season when we lost that. And he did it a little bit after the Huddersfield game. I think the problem is Danny's very emotional after games. And you get two sides. You get the club view, which he does to the club TV station. YouTube channel. And then you get the side he does to BBC Radio Sheffield and the Star. And I think that's where he gets quite a lot of his, frustrations out from the game. We know each other nearly a year now, Jake. You know I'm on it. I can only see a cricket goal. No, I get that, Barry. I completely get that. I don't see Monday being a fun game. I really don't see Monday being a fun game. I am doing a watch along of it, ironically, so join up for that. But it's not going to be fun. I think it could be a 5 or 6-0 if we're not careful. And it's at home and we're crap at home. Hopefully a bit better. I'm not too bad. I've had a bit of an afternoon not doing much, but I just wanted to get this out there and stuff. It is on Sky, mate. It's on Sky Plus. We need more honesty at the club. Good on Danny, and we are not getting the truth from DC. The thing is, I think Danny got flack because a lot of people thought he wasn't putting himself in that criticism, and he did. Danny did put himself in the criticism. But I think people were expecting to go, oh, it's all my fault. Oh, don't blame my players. My players didn't do anything wrong. But the players did do something wrong. They didn't step up. They didn't step up to how he knows they can play. And that's the bit that's annoying. That's the bit where you go, he knows what this team can do. And it does seem very much so. It does seem very much so that Danny is in that kind of, I have taken these players as far as I can do with it. There's only so much he can do with his squad. I think January we needed a striker and centre-back. We didn't get either. We needed to have a little bit more quality there. I think what he did get in was okay, but it wasn't what we needed. And it just one of those things. It's one of those things where it's interesting. I'll see what happens. I'm hoping Danny is here next season. I still think he's going to be a great top tier manager. A Monday game is either going to be 7 or 8-0 or boring 1-1 draw. Yeah, it got that in it. Watchers usually shag them 7 or 8 to 20 true. Can you do me a favour and make Dex drink so we play well? And are you getting Jack on for the watch along? I am getting Jack on for the watch along. Jack is joining me for that one. I just need to set that up. Dex won't be drinking, or he will have been drinking the night before. He's at a wedding. So we don't have James this weekend. So your Talking Wednesday podcast will be late. It will be late. I've got to send all the footage and edit it and stuff like that, so it will be late, so it won't be a fun one. If he stays, there are some who aren't good enough, so why is he picking? Because that's all he got, Mark. Mark Heath, that's all he got. Look at the squad. He hasn't got a great squad to pick from. His squad isn't great. Like, we can look at people who are injured and stuff. There's reasons to why it's not been great. Our depth is shit. You've got Pierce Charles, James Beadle, Ben Hamer. You've got Palmer, Max Lowe is out injured. Deshaun Bernard out injured. Dominic Iorfa pulled up out the game. Michael Whitway was injured. Michael Whitway was injured before the game. Dominic Iorfa came off. Akin Famewo coming back from injury. Jan Valery coming back from injury. Paul Valentin not played many games. Had to say, still not up to speed with the championship, and Bio's a youngster. Nathaniel Chalobah can only do like 1 or 2 games before, and then he needs a break. Ingleson started to get a little bit steadier. Jamal Lowe, we've not really seen much from at all. Barry Bannon been fantastic up until he got injured. Josh had gone off the boil since January when he got those 50 goals. Marvin Johnson's hit and miss depending on if he can be asked or not on the day. Stuart Armstrong looked like he was going to start off really well, but then got an injury. Shea Charles have been fantastic. Ugbo's, we know the situation with Ugbo. Confidence is shit. Patterson, he tried his huffed and puffs and said it basically. Sissoko, fuck knows what's happened with Sissoko. We've hardly seen him. I think he played 45 minutes. That's it. McNeil has started to come back into it. Kabachi only got match fit in January, and he picked up another knock at the end of January, so we didn't see him. Michael Smith had been a steady Eddie. Gassam had been consistent, and Masab had been injured. That's the reason. It's a League One team with little bits of quality. That's the thing. Danny was spot on when he said after the game he covered the player for long enough. Personally, he's going to be missed. I think he'll be missed too. Put in your video yesterday, basically said it's mostly a League One club, but in more detail. But yeah, you look at those players. How many of them do the green championship players? Like, generally, how many do you see as a championship player? Barry Bannon, Stuart Armstrong, Deji Gassama, Max Lowe, and Deshaun Bernard, maybe Jan Valerie, and Pierre Charles. How many? That's about it. Take the rest away, it's crap. It's not a great team, and that's no disrespect to the players. That is our entire squad. And if you take away the ones who are not fit, Max Lowe, Bernard, Iorfa, Awitway, you're taking at least 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders there. Chalaba's 5. Marvin Johnson's hit or miss. Ugbo, we don't know where he's gone. There's not many, is there? There's not many that are thingy. Pato is Pato, true. We've not seen enough. I think Kabachi and Sissoko. Kabachi got a 4-year deal, remember, as well. So I think there's more to come from him. I think Kabachi can want to play where he comes into it a little bit more next season. Hopefully. Because I was expecting good things from him. But it's just not worked. End of the day, we have nothing to play for now. Get the youngsters on and give them a taste of it. Yeah, maybe. I like the idea of it. Gassama and Matt Lowe have been excellent. Baz, Gaz, Lowe, Dish, Shea. I'm sure... Oh, Chantu will think this is a championship squad. It's not. The season we came up from League One, we added a little bit to it, but we didn't add much. We put little bit to try and make it decent. And then Danny came in the January area, October, November time, put a little bit of magic on it, and it saved us. We missed a Pervader-style player. I was hoping Sissoko was going to be that Pervader-style player who was going to try and unlock Ugbo. But we've seen nothing from him. It's like he got brought in as he's available. Oh, yeah, we'll get him in then, so we'll use him. Not seen him. Not seen him one bit. And the thing is, if we got a sell-on fee lined up with him, an option lined up, he's gonna have to start the season like a rocket next season to show what we've been missing. Because I thought when I saw him at Plymouth, he was decent. I thought he was exactly what we needed, but we've not seen it. We've not seen it at all. When Sissoko played, Ugbo was out of the team. Big P statue needed. He's this team, Big Dave. Yeah, he can turn up when he needs to. And I like Patterson. I've always liked Patterson. And I'm going to be sad when he does go. But I think we're at that point where we need to start looking. I think Patterson was the one you could probably keep next season if everything don't go right. Like I said, we still got the thing that we got to make sure we pay people on time from now until June 30th. We miss one payment and we're embargoed. One payment and we're embargoed. Hope Danny stays, but lately Preckley looks like... Thing is, Danny press conferences after the game I take with a pinch of salt. Because Danny press conference after the game, he's always very emotional. He's very emotional with it all, and he's after a game, and I think it's hard to judge him when he's in like the press conference before games. You get a different Danny. You get somebody who speaks about the future and what they're gonna do. So it's interesting. But he doesn't look great, does it, Mark? It's the reason he's at Wenty because he isn't good enough. Sissoko, why would Plymouth send him to us? They didn't send him to us, Craig. He got recalled. He's not Plymouth player. He wasn't Plymouth player. He got recalled by Toulouse. And they sent him back out on loan to us. Wasn't a case of Plymouth sending him to us. He's not Plymouth player. He was on loan at Plymouth from Toulouse. They recalled him. The parent club recalled Sissoko and they came back out on loan to us. It's not just the quality, it's the wage of when we paid at least like Smith and it went 15 grand leaving fine to us. Yeah, I agree. Wait, we don't know, mate. I think it's just a knock, hopefully. Patterson has improved so many games when he comes. He does, Justin, I agree. The Ugbo signing being a total disaster has been key. We're so thin up front. Yeah. Ugbo, the thing is, on Ugbo form last season, it makes sense, Will. Ugbo form last season made complete sense why you would sign him. He's already known the players. He already knows the manager. It makes sense. It's like, that's a good signing. That makes sense. But his confidence has just been shut. Oldest squad in the league, all on big wage. I think Chancellor can't wait to get rid of them, to be fair. True. Yeah, it can be a very busy summer. Don't remind me. Evenings, Sharman. Hope you well. Is anyone else looking forward to when Danny goes and he won't put too much out? I think Danny will have a bit of, however, so I don't perform when they come to us. Problem doesn't matter when they come, where they come. Yeah, exactly, Craig. He's not performed. When he had that one game when I think he was it against Norwich where he nearly won a penalty? I think it was at home or something like that. He came on, he had a really good game. Played really well. We're like, oh, there's a player here. He looks exciting. And then we didn't see it. It's the typical Wenty thing. See an exciting player and then it doesn't go. I agree. I wanted Ugbo too for him to become as bad as he is now. It has been a surprise. Thank for you do, mate. Cheers, mate. Israel, I much appreciate that. It's not been a fun season to cover. Do you remember at the start of the season I said, are we going to have a drama-free season? Oops. Ian and Jake. Craig, Ian and Blind Pig, how are you, mate? Ugbo did good on low, brought him and he hasn't really done anything madness. No, he hasn't. Sissoko's the new Abdi. I think he probably played about the same minutes as Abdi, yeah. But you look at that squad, it hasn't got depth. It hasn't got the depth that you want it to. I thought we'd see a lot more of McNeil. I thought when we saw McNeil come on versus... games are rolling into one now. Cardiff? No. Was it Cardiff? Might have been Cardiff. When we saw him come on versus Cardiff, he played really well in that number 10. I'm still saying in order to progress to next year, we need to sell gas. Well, Masaba's out of contract in the summer, mate. I do believe we got an option on him, but Masaba's out of contract, so he might be off anyway. Wicken and stagnated to drop off. I think you may have to sell a gas and Charles. My issue is I don't trust the money to be spent on players. I really don't trust the money to be put back in. I just don't. Like when we sold Zhao. We sold Zhao for what? 5 to 7 million? Who did we spend the money on? Like who did we actually spend the money on? We didn't. Danny seems defeated by all this. It feels like even the fans aren't with him. A lot of the fans are not with him anymore. They turned on him because of what he said, because he was honest. And I don't mind what he said. Chance we will get any family to play for next season, yeah. I think we will see more McNeil next season, especially if we're not allowed to sign anyone half decent. I agree, Chef Cam. I think we'll see a lot more of McNeil. I think we'll see a lot more of Bailey, which is exciting. I think you've got to think of that there. The likes of Bailey and McNeil next season could be really fun to watch. There's that. I'm always trying to find positive for next season, and it's so hard. No debt, no real asset to club as it's worth as much as a bag of crisps. Yeah, you take Shea Charles out of our squad. Our squad go from being a 37 million squad to a 23 million squad. And in the Championship, it's not much, is it? I don't think the drama has even... I don't think it properly started yet, no. But it started the opening act, as they say. Was I just about to say I wouldn't trust him to get it reinvested? That's my issue, Barry. I don't trust the money to go back in to the club. And like Ben, I don't trust it. And people might think that I'm deluded for that, but I don't. Ian, by the way, Shekan, by the way, hope you well, mate. Good to have you on. Bit of a change of concept. Do Macron make the kits in China? I don't know. Good question. I think any player sale may just get the wages sorted. True. There's no positive we went at the moment. They are if you take away the doom and gloom. Look at what happens next season. You'll get to see Bailey. We may have to see Bailey because Bailey may be only one of the strikers. You'll have to see McNeil. We might see a lot more of the youth team. We might have to. Yeah, I think we got 5.4, but I think it rose to 7 million eventually with add-ons. Feels like Groundhog Day. Chancellor was getting loads of stick for sacking more. He managed to change the narrative so that we were saying fans would... Yeah, it feels like deja vu, doesn't it? Need to do Birmingham, get relegated, sell the club. I don't think he's ever going to sell, Craig. I generally don't think he's ever going to sell. I generally think the only time we see DC either selling is if he's forced to. He actually is working on something behind the scenes and he says he's not and he had no intention to sell. And, or when he dies. I don't want to wish ill on anyone. I don't want to wish ill on anyone. I don't want to wish ill on anyone. He's probably a really nice man, but what he's doing at the minute, it's not how you run a football club. Chandra folding clothes and thinking what I'll have to do while listening to Jay. Fish and chips, chef cam. It's a Saturday. Or Chinese, living a dream. Without Shea, we'd be down. Create no chance. And people were saying we don't pay loan fee in Jan. Paid a loan fee in Jan. That's been paid, Alex. He wouldn't be here otherwise. They're not allowed to do like a deal in terms of saying, oh, we'll have Danny in the summer. It's not allowed. The biggest positive with us at the minute is the hope for next season. In fact, we've not had an awful season. We're not getting relegated and there's no off-field drama. Yeah. I think the thing is, we're not getting relegated. We know where we are. Right now, we should be planning for next season. And I feel like next season planning's not even started yet. I generally feel like it's not even started. Every club after Reading, Zhao had gone on free, so we actually made most profit on him. Yeah, he did go on a free, but with Zhao after Reading, I think it's when it was all going downhill anyway, so they had to get rid of him. They couldn't get him for profit. Says it all, by the way, we have to bring on Bannon, who's only working right. Yeah, exactly. Rumour has it, Charlton Series thrown the big tuna back in the sea. He won't sell, particularly to value, nothing compared to what he has in his head. The thing is, a sale for Wednesday isn't that easy because it's not just a sale for Wednesday. It's a sale of the club and then the ground. It won't be an all-in-one sale like we want it to be. I said on the stream on Thursday that I thought Wednesday was valued around 60, 70 million. Like, generally, I thought 60, 70 million. Yeah, but that wasn't in Chancery's era though, was it, Bob? That was still in Milan's era. Fish and chips, yep, I would go with that, mate. Or cheeky Chinese, one of them is what I would go for. Ian and Jay, fair play for having it in you to do a live. I nearly didn't. Just asking the question. Yeah, I don't know where our shirts are made. I get what you're saying about tariffs and this, so it's so difficult to talk about the club at the minute. It's so difficult to do it in such a... We should be sat here, right, going, hey, we saved up, we got another season in the Championship, and we'll build on next season, get rid of some of the dead weight, and move on to next season. But we're sat here going, deja vu again. It feels like it 2 years ago when we came up with Darren Moore, and we're like going, who the hell's the net manager going to be? What can happen? Farming, what's the new... The farming sim is very, very good. I won't lie, though. I spent pretty much... Oh, Stoke City, you bastards. They've done a thing as the goal... Call it the Puckass Award 2025. That's mean. That's actually mean. As usual, everything up in the air. I've spent most of the day playing Call of Duty. I've gone from a level 10 to like a level 37. I've spent most of the day doing that. Just because I needed to relax. As usual, everything up in the air. I decided to give my seat up on Monday. I just don't have the end. No, I think a lot of people have got that. A lot of people haven't got the energy at the minute. I think a lot are struggling to find what it is. Only way to get him out. I don't think boycotting works. What's it gonna do? It's not gonna change. Like, we've done boycott before. I don't think it'll work. We can try, and I'm not against anyone trying to boycott, but you can't go on the pitch. You go on the pitch, we get a point deduction. Happened with EFL. Anything you do cannot disrupt the game as it's going on. If it disrupts the game as it's going on, we will get done before the game by the EFL. We'll get done. Feel like that meme of the guy in particular that is on fire and the guy said, we're fine, everything like that. That's been Sheffield Wednesday for a while. We can be optimistic for next season. I reckon if we work hard, we could reach as much as 25 points. Oh, God. Oh, I'm already not looking forward to covering next season. Fancy game on Monday for... Yeah, maybe, mate. It should be good. Also, I really like the turn. I think the turn the back on Chancery worked. I think it did really well. You've got to get more of the media than local journalists on it. It got to have everyone on it. But the big thing, everyone has to be singing on the same hymn sheet. The thing is, I will get thick in June, July, when I pick up free Wednesday shirts. I will pick up a home shirt, I will pick up a away shirt, and I will pick up a first shirt, because that's what I like to do. I like collecting shirts. I like doing a shirt review for people in other countries who might be thinking about doing it and who can't get to Sheffield to have a look at a shirt. They're having to rely on quite badly photoed shirts on the website. That's what I'll do. I will get thick for that. I already know this. I will get told I'm supporting Chancery and not the team. Where for me, I'm supporting the team by wearing the shirt. It's a very difficult one next season. I have no issue with anyone going to the game. I have no issue if that's what they want to do and they'll have their say about the club. That's their prerogative. You can still have it where you hate the owner and you go and help. The thing, look at Reading. Reading are still getting fans going in and they're on the verge of potentially going out of the EFL full stop. And they can't stand their prick of a owner. Can't find seem to rattle Chancery. Can't he head something up? Yeah, but we want it to be proper and professional. All we'll get is Leighton Palmer. And I don't want to have that again. That was horrible. Like, the thing is, that press conference that he did with Munich, when Munich came in, it's the thing. When Munich put his money in the... when Munich came in, somebody on comms should have been turning around and said, stop. Don't stay no more. When it was the fan forum, there were times where the communication director, Trevor Braithwaite, was saying, don't say a word, don't say anything. I think that's right. Want to know something really sad? I don't like going down to Sheffield just for the shirt. If I can get, and I can't get in the door with my partner on match day, I only order mine after your review on the shirts. Well, Bob, 1, 2, 3. If you see a shirt this season, if you like it, let me know. If you're going to go to the store and pick it up, even if it's during the week, I'll meet you at the Wednesday store and we'll meet up. No, you're supporting the club because you're putting your money into the club. We don't get to say in how Chancellor disputes it to that makes on the shirts and other. Exactly. I think that's the thing. You are supporting the club in that sense. Just picture it now. The new manager press. Oh, don't. Well, to be fair, Tom, if it's Henrik, I don't see the need to be DC there. But I think for me, I'm at that point now of the season where I get to this point every season. Every season, I get to the point where I'm tired. I'm ready to have that little break. I'm going to cover some of the championship playoff semi-finals and the final and stuff and go from there. And there's gonna be so much content to come for you after the last kick of the game. It's going to be which player we might be looking at. Are we embargoed? And all that kind of thing. It's all that kind of stuff. So there'll be lots of content and I think it can be a busy one again. But I just want us to have some sort of stability where there's no crap. All I ask for is 2 seasons, no crap. And I don't think we're going to get it. It's Sheffield Wednesday, not Chancellor. We support Sheffield Wednesday. It's just the clown who funds go to. True, Craig. Very true. It'll be someone desperate. My money is someone like... No, I think that I generally think it's going to be Henrik. I think Henrik Pedersen is going to get the job. I 100% think Pedersen is going to get the job because it seems like his family loves living in Sheffield and they don't particularly want to move. His kids are quite settled in the school. I think it can be Henrik. The thing is, the other thing I've always got with Danny as well, why did he not move his family over? Like, they bought a new house in Germany in the summer. But everyone thought that was a house in the UK. Danny's been in a flat. Danny didn't move his family over. He left them in Germany. I think it's keep up. I think they're at school ages kind of thing. But most managers will move the family over if it's a big project. At the end of the day, it's not the fans who to tell the fans how to protest or support the club. We have to stay united. Yeah, true. I agree. He knew. Maybe. It's a positive football news. How about my Norwegian team? But that is incredible. I've got a mate, actually, who's a Wednesday fan, Tom, who went and watched that. I think he said it was really good. 2 seasons with no crap, but pull the other one. More chance of Jack having an ungood dream. Yeah, you're right. You are right there. Jack is playing cricket at the moment as well. I don't know how they're getting on. Last time he showed me a picture of the changing rooms and they were awful. I think he just knew about the instability. I think he knew what... I think the thing is, I don't think it helped Danny with the speculation and then him trying to not talk to DC or DC not talking to him. I think he was expecting the chairman to come to him and go, what do you need, Danny? Let's talk about it. And then nothing happened. And I think you see that opportunity to go to, say, a Southampton where you thought you could get there. And he probably thought he could do the same. He probably thought he could do the same as he did here. But he didn't get to go and he had to stay here. And the thing is, if Danny goes, whoever comes in has got to pay him out of contract. We will get money for Danny in the summer if he goes. Because whoever wants to get him, they have to buy him out his contract. Full stop. They have to buy him out his contract. And I don't think Danny's going to walk. I think Danny wants to have that money for Wednesday. I generally do. I think he's fallen in love with the club and the fans. It's just the ownership that put him off from the whole thing. It can be a crazy thing or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm particularly I'm not looking forward to it in a sense of content because it's gonna be mad. The only good thing about the summer period is I should have Mondays and Fridays free because my little one should be in nursery then. So I'll have 2 days where I've just got no kids. Even if you knew now about English football, I don't think you have to be in the door long to twig what channel this place in. No. I agree. Any insight that went off with the head of recruitment? I have a funny feeling it to do with he said, let's get this player, and then an advisor told DC, let's get other players, and then it went from there. But they're my advisors, and yes, and my thing is, and yes, he's the head of recruitment, or was the head of recruitment, and then you put him on an advisory role. If we get a takeover, what's your engagement on the channel skyrocket? Yeah, I agree, Tom. It's done well. It's like the channel growing. We're finally on. Hold on, where's my bloody YouTube bit? Because hell, I'm flagging now, so I won't be going too much longer. We're currently on 4,502. The plan is to try and get to 5K by the end of the year. If I can do that, then great. I don't think he would, Tom. I actually don't think he would sack him. Because if he sacks him, he's losing out on potential money. He's losing out on money if he sacks him. It's better to keep him in the job, even if he's not happy to a point, and try and get someone to buy him out of the contract. Tinfoil time, Danny is throwing the last bit of the season, so no one comes in for him. I like to think that, but it also makes it look bad. Plenty fans with mental health issues, Sheffield is our karma. True. I do love that fear. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for that, mate. But the plan is to get to 5K by the end of the season. Can people not do this? I love it when people know how to use YouTube. I love these things where people go, who brought the players in? Yeah, Danny did. But they still got to do what they're told. The thing is, we could still keep Danny Rohl, because nothing has been reported officially that he's going. It's all speculation. We've heard nothing about Danny going anywhere yet. There's nothing official. It's all speculation at best at the moment. So I think you've got to remember, everything until it's official, he's here. Chansiri, Faken probably will sack him and throw the money away in the path by not selling players. I don't think on this one he can. I think he would need to sell him. 4.5, that's awesome, mate. I remember when you were first. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated getting there. And thank you for all the modding duties you do. You do a fantastic job. And it really does help me. You know for a fact the day where I just go, I'm done. I'm really done in. He would have to do yep. Aside from last couple I think our home performance have warranted more points than we got. I don't think we've been that bad at home. I think we just, again, we don't have a goal scorer at home. There is no goal scorer. We've not put the ball in the back of the net. There's some games where we have created so many chances and 2 have been on target. And that's the other thing. On that note, mate, been almost an hour. Yeah, I'm going to start winding it down. I think you can all tell I'm a little bit flagging as it is. So I wasn't going to be going long tonight. As you can tell, I look absolute shit. I've been outvoted. We're having pizza. Oh no. Tiff, you can't beat a bit of pizza. If Danny was staying, I'd like to think his backroom staff have renewed their contract by now. That's not the Chancery way, though, is it? The Chancery way is to get all contracts done at the end of the season, even if it's players or non-playing staff. He doesn't tend to do contracts until the season's done. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You would like to see it already done. I reckon he can't agree a pre-contract. Alex, they cannot agree they can't do a pre-agreement. It's not allowed. That would be tapping up. You can't do a pre-agreement. It's not like a player going to overseas to Europe when they've got 6 months left on the contract. They cannot do a pre-agreed agreement in place or it will get done as tapping up. You're not allowed to do it. Like, look, and also, if you actually look at what they did with Russell Martin at Swansea, they literally made him break his contract and go to Southampton. And then they went to court to have to get it all legally done and then pay compensation to Swansea. That's what they did last time. And I think that's what they want to do again. I think they want him to try and break his contract. The difference is Chancery will take him to the cleaners. Look at how much he took Newcastle when they took Debrief and his backroom staff. We got 6 million in that one. If they tried that with Danny, you could have the same thing again. We've actually made more money on managers than we have on battered players. To say to the new signing has a higher chance of not working than work about 60. Yep, judge him on about 10 transfers. Yep. Paul in both boxes. Good evening, mate. Hope you're well. Any feelings regarding Monday's fan toward the what? Hope you're well. Any feelings regarding Monday fans? I think some of the fans are fucking idiots, Glenn. I think some of the fans has had a go at Pierre Charles online, and I don't think it's fair. I think some of the fans are now using the narrative, Danny's a piece of shit, look, he doesn't want to be here, all this kind of stuff. I think there's a lot to be said at the minute with some of our fans, but a lot of it is reactionary. I think, and I know there's a lot of fans that don't like me. I know a lot of fans don't like what I do. They're not a fan of me making content. Anyway, you go, you tea. Drop me a message late on Monday, mate. But on that one, I'm going to go as well, guys, because I'm knackered. I'm going to probably go play a bit more Call of Duty and do some more grinding. Hopefully I can get that done tonight. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which is Monday. There'll be a watch along for Monday. Also, there'll be a preview tomorrow. And if anything breaks, I'll put it out there and just put it out there for everyone. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. You've been fantastic. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.